Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Route 1 podcast.
Route 1?
Welcome to the curio shop. Hope you find what you're looking for.
Well, I hope you find a Webkinz wonder.
I have a Google.
You just unlocked a fucking memory in my brain.
What?
Good, I'm glad.
I love Googles.
Oh,
Googles are my favorite creature.
Go, psychic damage. Think about Webkinz.
what the fuck is
Think
it?
about Webkins.
Think about Webkins.
Okay, I played Club Penguin and nothing else, sir. I have no idea what you guys
You
are
know what?
talking about.
You know, speaking of Club Penguin, the other day I was at my buddy's house and we were playing through Resident Evil 1 together, and it has like tank controls and stuff. And our friend Krista was like really struggling with it, and she was like, I hate this. Like, this game feels so weird. Like, I don't get it. And I was like, Krista, you don't get it. You can't walk and shoot. This game is closer. Resident Evil 1 is closer to Club Penguin than it is Resident Evil 2.
Analogizing something to Club Penguin controls is funny as fuck.
That is quite silly.
It
Is
is Club Penguin
analogizing-
controls.
Is analogizing a word, or did I make that up? If I did, y'all already knew what the fuck I was talking about.
Yeah, we knew what you're
It's
saying.
a word.
It's a word now.
It's a word, and I'm gonna have a word with you and your parents in my office.
Okay, look, I know you want to fuck my mom, okay? We don't need to talk about that. on the
That
podcast.
was not at all where I was going with this.
No, I know, but I
Okay.
need to bring it up now because you're a freak and you keep talking about it and you keep calling.
I don't
her
even know
Nico
what your mom
Rogers,
looks
and
like.
It's like, yeah, okay, yeah.
I
Sure
don't
you
know what your
but-
mom looks like. You just said that your mom looks like Nico Robin, and I have never let you live that down.
Yeah, I know. It's like a perfectly normal thing to say because she does. And
You
you,
do
were
not-
like, interesting.
don't-
And I was like, bro.
No, you don't get it because you're Ace. You do not compare anyone to Nico Robin who you're related to.
Listen, that may be true.
You get it now, right?
I understand
Now
where
you
you're coming
understand.
from. I just think, like, come on, man. That's my mom.
I'm glad we're starting
I
starting
can't
off with another
control what I
fantastic-
am.
Welcome to the Route 1 podcast.
I've been playing Baldur's Gate, and that controls like Club Penguin.
I think
Iron Boulders Gate.
I'm learning that, like, the universe is balanced. I am asexual because Marcos is, like, double.
No,
Double-
that's,
got
that's,
mine.
that's us.
I don't-
You're asexual, and I'm
I-
bi. So you like?
Oh,
I took.
Did you get both? Okay.
Yeah,
Holy
All I'm
shit.
saying is my shit went somewhere.
you have
Yeah,
your sexes.
that-
I have
that's-
two sexes.
That's why I
Yeah.
have so many gay and trans friends, because they absorbed all of my gayness, and so I became straight. That's what happened there.
Yeah.
I'm bisexual. It means I like sex and sex.
And sex, yeah.
There are only two sexes. The sex I have with your mother, and the sex
The
I have with your father.
dad.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. Mario?
Welcome to the Route 1 podcast, everyone.
Hello.
Well-
Welcome to the Route 1 podcast, where we're rooting and tooting and burning the house down.
And
That's not too
Rootin'
bad.
and tootin' and
By-
putting some extra poop on it.
by God am I shooting.
I've
By
been, I've,
God,
I've
be
been
shooting.
enamored. I've been enamored with a new sentence. I picked up a new verbal tick, I think.
Oh no.
Marcos knows.
Lay it on me.
All morning I was like, yo, throw some extra poop on it, though.
Oh yeah, because I was
What?
talking about the poop deli. I was talking about the poop deli TikToks.
I don't even know what that reference is. I've
What
just
is-
been like, whenever there's a moment,
these.
wherever there's a moment where I could be like, yeah, that's great. Keep doing that. Like, the keep doing that translates to put some extra poop on it.
Jesus
So there are these
Christ.
TikToks. There are these TikToks, right? And it's just like, when you're at the poop deli, when you're a regular at the poop deli, and it's like, yeah, I'll take the extra large bagel with some cream cheese and onions, and put a little poop on it. Like you have to be cautious. Like, put a little poop on it.
I'm glad we've reverted back to toilet humor.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, I'm
I'm
not
not.
talking about actual poop. I refer to it as like more of good thing. You get me?
Yeah.
Like,
I guess.
You calling shit a good thing?
yeah,
It could be.
like that good shit. You know what I mean? Like, what's
Yeah,
your favorite
yeah.
example?
Okay,
If
but
you- if
but
you
that
like-
is
if
not
you
that is
like-
not equivalent to poop. When you say
If you like, if you like cheeseburgers, right, and your favorite part is the cheese, you order a cheeseburger, you put some more poop on it. You get me? Like,
No,
I'll get a
More poop on it, bro.
cheeseburger. I'll take a double, triple Krabby Patty Deluxe. Let
like
it swim.
It's a bubble bass order, yeah.
And put some poop on it.
Burn it and poop on it.
I don't know what dimension I'm in.
Burn it. Let it burn it. Let it come.
I'm sorry, Ash.
Let it what?
Yo,
Not the
me and
cum
Marcos are
burger.
on. Marcos are on demon time. We haven't done anything today but like work.
This is why.
This is where we get our sillies out.
Yeah, Michael and I were working all day today. And by that I mean DMing each other, like laying on my bed, kicking my feet in the air, texting them.
It was very
That's
romantic.
fire.
You had to be there.
That's fire, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What we have quite a bit to talk about because of Liverpool.
No, we don't.
Oh,
Okay.
we absolutely do. I stopped playing this game for 1 week, and I came back to playing it. Boom! I feel washed already, and it's like, damn, that game evolved.
Yeah.
Metagame do be evolving. We also have everyone shut the fuck up about Palworld. That's all I have to say on the subject. I don't care anymore.
That's it. That's all we have to say. We've met quota.
I think
You said the
I
word
think
Palworld.
No.
That's good. We're good.
You're
We don't need to talk about Palworld.
You're-
I don't
you're-
want to talk about
You don't know
Palworld.
my fucking hatred. You don't know it.
I get it. You hate things.
No,
I
no,
don't
no,
give
no,
a
no,
shit
you
about
don't
things.
get my
That's where we're
hatred.
different. Okay, I get it. Just
No.
shut up about it. I don't give a fuck about no Palworld. Okay.
Bro, stop trying to high horse me for having hatred. Bro,
No, it's not a
Michael
high
does
horse.
this thing that you'll like talk about something and then he'll be like, I just don't care about it. I just don't care. And it's like, well, I care, Michael, I care.
I care about your feelings and that you care about things. I don't care about the thing that you're talking about.
but I'm sitting here and I'm like, ooh, I fucking hate Palworld. You're like, I just don't think about it. It's like, yeah, man, I'm fucking glad that you cannot think about it.
I think you should not think about it. To be honest,
I have
No!
I have mild criticisms of Palworld, but I mostly don't think about it.
My hatred
that?
of Palworld doesn't come from Palworld. It comes from the
Does it come from the
You did
people
explain
playing
it.
it who are trying to make it a whole controversy, like the people who
Yes.
are trying to
That's
like make it
yeah.
into a fight?
like
That's kind of what she was trying to talk about. Yeah.
Insta like I scroll Instagram and there'll be a Palworld like thing about Palworld, and then I got the comments will be just full of people that are like, as a Pokemon fan, I think Palworld is better, and it's like what? And then they'll say shit like, Pokemon fans are so mad because like we have such a better game for them, and it's like, no,
They're trying to
I don't care.
It is inventing beef. It's absolutely.
The game that
it's
was
like-
made to be a parody of Pokemon is liked by people who are unhappy with Pokemon's current state. What a fucking shocker.
Yeah. What's crazy is these people lack any like bit of critical thinking to the point
It's
of
because they used to be Pokemon fans.
they don't know that they dislike
Yeah, no, it's built
Pokemon,
in.
and so they compare a game that is only shares the Pokemon capture, like the monster catching aspect of the game, to a game that is completely different. It's like Shin Megami Tensei and Pokemon have been compared for years on end, and I've had this exact conversation. Those games are nothing alike. The only thing that the only thing that is similar is the creature catching thing. And it's just so annoying to see so many people just lack critical thought, which makes sense, they're Pokemon fans. Be like, actually, Palworld is better than Pokemon. And it's like, nobody fucking cares that it's better. It's a different game. I'm sure it's fun.
Yeah.
But
Shut
Baylynn-
up. Stop
but
trying to say that
Baylynn-
I'm
but
mad
Baylynn-
because
but Baylynn-
you have a
She's
better
right,
game.
she's
Because
right.
that's not why I'm
She's
mad.
right.
I'm
But
mad because you're
Baylynn-
saying that.
She's right.
But Baylynn,
What?
but Baylynn,
What?
Palworld is better.
I'm not
kill you.
hearing anything from you.
But
Good,
Baylynn,
good, yes,
Palworld
good, yeah,
is
that's my
better.
stance.
Well, no, because Marcus does
I
this
taught
thing.
her how to do it.
Marcus does this thing where he'll have no knowledge on a subject, but he'll have heard like a small fraction of something, and then like say it to try to like trigger me or something. Like not in like
Well,
an
yeah,
actual
I'll
trigger,
say
but, like-
no, like specifically, I will try to piss off Baylynn by having marginal knowledge on something, but just enough to pretend like I can demonstrate the knowledge and like disagree with her.
And I'm like,
That's
no!
what Baylynn does to Fire Emblem fans. Oh my god.
Wait, do I do that?
Yeah.
You do
That's
it.
literally
I
what
think.
you're
I
doing
don't
to
know.
Fire
I'm
Emblem
making this
fans.
up.
It's so funny. I have marginal knowledge on this topic, so I'm gonna make fun of people who like this series. It's fucking hilarious. I'm not saying it like it's a bad thing. It's very funny.
Don't get me started on the melee player debate. Ugh. Don't get me fucking started, dude. We're melee players. You're saying this about us? What?
Yeah.
I'm sad.
Don't act like I don't know.
I'm sad.
Don't act like I don't know. I know.
Speaking
I
about,
he sees me stinking it up. He sees me stinking it up on unranked.
Yeah, I see Michael losing, and I go, "Damn! I wish my artist was better at this game." It makes me angry.
That's so fucked up.
I get angry. Why is my artist so bad at melee?
I'm okay.
Makes me so mad, man.
Here's the thing about melee. I'm chill with being garbage at it. I don't really give a fuck about competing in it. I'm never going to a melee tournament in my life. It's just fun to play with a GameCube controller. That's my stance, right?
Makes me so angry, man.
What I will say is I'm learning at a rapid rate, and it's teaching me something about myself. I'm like, wait, damn, I'm one of those fucking gamers that's just good at everything. You know the type? This sounds so ego, but like, I genuinely mean like the get given new thing, instantly learn it type of person.
Oh, you pick stuff up quick.
I'll be picking that shit up, yeah. And I was like, damn, I actually never knew that about myself until very recently.
Yeah,
Michael be picking
your
shit
entire
up
career.
like a thing.
Yeah, your entire career is, I'm gonna just, so often I've heard you say, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm gonna know how to do it.
Like
you've never done something.
Right?
Yeah, you'll figure it out. You have the confidence to be able to go into something new and just do it. And the reason why a lot of people fail at new things is because they don't have that confidence. And because you do, it's a lot easier for you to succeed. That's kind of awesome.
Yeah, I'm happy to find it out. It's just crazy that it took me this long. You get me? Like, that's what my thought process is. Is like, wait, how did I not know this?
You're in your 20s. That's kind of when people start figuring those things out about themselves.
Yeah.
All this is to say, try doing different things. Like, the more different shit you can do, like, and finding interrelationship between those things, is very rewarding. So if you feel like you're stuck in a rut, especially Pokemon players, I hear this like very often of like just being like stuck, not in like a ladder rank or anything, or like building a team or whatever, but like stuck is like a person. You know what I mean? Like try different thing.
Yeah, that's advice that I give to people if they're like in like artsy fartsy stuff. If you're frustrated with drawing, just pick up a different medium. Start scrapbooking some shit, man. I don't know, just something different.
And one that you don't have to give a shit about too. Like for me, that's Melee. It's like, damn, I don't give a fuck about rank or nothing.
Yeah, exactly.
So I just get to have fun and be quirky with it. You know?
You don't have any expectations for yourself, so you're not going to get on yourself if you're not as good.
Get quirky.
Get quirky with it.
Get quirky with it. Yes, indubitably, Michael. You get it.
It's like
what the fuck
you
are
got your brain? You got your brain, right? And it's got a whole bunch of skills in it. You can just throw some poop on that, and then
okay, we're done.
We're ending this right now.
Moving on.
What exciting excrements we are speaking of.
We lost the motivational content. Everything's gone downhill.
You ruined it.
Splendiferous splatter.
No, you ruined it. You ruined
Positive mental health moment over. Now let's poop on things. Let's go.
No.
All right, let's talk about some stuff we hate. You know what?
Gotcha. This is our segue into how we're talking about Genning in Liverpool. That's funny as fuck.
The best thing to come out of this is Z-Banded saying, "Oh, I think they're doing like Nuzlocke now during tournaments." That's crazy.
That's pretty funny.
That is.
I mean,
really
it
good.
is. Like, I haven't been keeping up with Liverpool at all, so you'll have to fill me in on it.
Yeah, I haven't been able to watch.
Watching people's entire teams get gutted, whether it's like the centerpiece Pokemon, like a Farigiraf on a Trick Room team, or literally walking into day 2 with 4 Pokemon, I'm like, bro,
What's driving me crazy about it is that, well, obviously after everything that happened after Worlds, people should definitely be cautious about cloning and genning. And at this point, I'm good with saying, yeah, if you fuck up, it's your fault. But I think that this is a Pokemon it's fucking Ingerland's fault, because they're at least the who was it? Hold on. Dave was saying that they called him over to the desk, removed his Incineroar and Rillaboom, 2 very core important Pokemon, without giving an explanation. And he claims that they were eggs trained with bottle caps and mints. I would believe that. Like, you could easily post a rental team and get yourself fact-checked, and then you're fucked, and everyone knows that you were lying. I would believe someone saying, I feel like if you get DQ'd for genning, why would you try and hide that? Like, it's so obvious. But the sheer number of Pokemon getting axed, plus Dave, this person saying, I did not gen my Pokemon, I bred them, and I bottle capped them, and I used mints, and I did everything right. I think that there's something going on. I don't know what.
Look, all I'm
something
saying
stinky.
Which is stupid.
Is this game exists and is a product you can buy on a shelf in a store, and this is a fucking buggy mess. There's no doubt that their hack checks are buggy now, like, sort of thing.
Yeah.
Like,
I've had a lot of people who had, completely legit Pokemon, or at least, I believe everyone you hear on the internet, but people saying they had completely legit Pokemon, or under the impression that they had legit Pokemon, and then they're getting donked for it. And then, to change that, or to make a solution to that, the Pokemon company says something like, no, just don't use Pokemon you've gotten traded from your friends. Or traded from anywhere, because there's a chance that they're not
Which
legal.
sucks, but...
Which is... No, it's stupid, because that's the point of both Pokemon as a video game and competitive Pokemon in general. It is so difficult to get a fully legit team all on your own. Often you do need help, especially top players who have to, practice up to the very end, make sure they know every meta prediction possible, and probably build their team at the last minute because of that. They need help from other people to get that ready in time. And then to just say, fuck you, you can't, interact with a core part of the video game is so whack to me.
Yeah, no, having friends will always be, like, the core of Pokemon. They're never going to want to take that away, That's just, like... Yeah,
that's
integral to it. To the experience, they're never going to want to willingly take that away.
Mm-hmm.
Now, they are accidentally taking that away by enforcing stuff like this with no hack check. When I mean no hack check, I mean a player cannot hack check their Pokemon. They have to gamble the day of the tournament on if their Pokemon that look legit, because something can look legit and not be legit.
I love gambling.
Like, you get what I mean? Like, why is there genuinely no hack check in Pokemon?
Yeah, I feel like I should be able to go onto ladder with a team, and I think that the game should check my Pokemon, and if it sees something suspicious, it should tell me, so I know how to fix my Pokemon to make them usable. I hate the logic of, you're not going to get told if your Pokemon, why we know your Pokemon was hacked, so, you could circumvent the rules now. That shouldn't be a fucking issue. I need to know what's wrong with my fucking thing so I can fix it.
Yeah.
It's so
literally
dumb.
At a local, it took like 6 people looking at some fucking 9-year-old girl's shiny traded Pokemon to deduce whether that shit was legal or not. Bro, that should be a button in the video game.
Yeah, I very much agree.
Like, bro.
I think
and also, Pokemon that look legit and function legit getting hat checked is also stupid, but that's a discussion for another day.
I think there's something to be said about, like, maybe, like, a judge of some kind making, like, what the process of a hack check, like, looks like in, like, of their own, like, sort of
publicizing it. Yeah.
I think there needs to be, like, some sort of publication of what is the hack check. And, like, obviously there's, like, there's ways they can sort of, like, make that, like, you can bypass, like, do, like, genning and stuff to, like, bypass that, and that's fine. But it needs to be public so that people who are just trying to play the game and don't gen can just check. Just, like, I put it in Pokemon Home, and if, like, it's able to be transferred, it's fine, or something.
Mm-hmm.
Like, because I do believe there is a thing in Pokemon Home that, like, if you try to trade in, like, a cloned Mon, like, that Mon is already in, like, the... Like, if you try to put
database?
If you try to put, like, let's say you cloned, like, a Kyogre or something, and you have 2 of them in your, like, boxes, and then you try to put them both in, it won't like that sort of thing, so it kind of knows if you've, like, cloned something. If you have, like, multiples of something in a Pokemon Home or something.
Yeah, I can actually speak on what got the Ting Lus removed from this weekend.
Yeah, what happened?
They were cloned, weren't they?
Yeah, they were just straight up clones. So basically what happened is there were 2 players using Tinglu. It was Eric Rios and Alex Gomez. And they were using a Tinglu Kamoa team that they had apparently built together. And what happened is they got the Tinglu. They claim they got the Tinglu from the same person, which is why the 2 Tinglus actually had identical. They had identical trainer IDs. Was the big thing.
So whoever traded it to them probably cloned it off of their own Tinglu.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So that's the running theory.
Yeah, moral of the story though, I'm with you, Baylynn, on like, can I see how Judge Man is doing said hack check so I can do that to my own shit?
Yeah, because legit, I think they owe it to legit players that are just like trying to get by on like doing what is normal in the game, like by all standards. Like they owe it to them to let them know, hey, double check your thing, because this is what we do. We do this thing, you replicate this thing that we do, and you're fine, you're good for the tournament. Because if somebody enters a tournament with like messed up mons and they're just chilling, I can imagine how heartbreaking it is that even though you're a legit player and you try to like you used every method other than what is illegal to try to get mons, and then you lose because something that got traded to you was genned, or like genned poorly rather, or just cloned from something.
Yeah,
it's so heartbreaking. Like what?
Yeah, it feels terrible, and
yeah,
it's just because the most that happens at my locals is I guess whatever they're doing to do the hack check doesn't exist, because all that I've seen, I got donked because I was gonna go on a stream. And my attack stat on my Blood Moon Ursaluna wasn't correct because I copied it from Showdown instead of in-game, and my attack IV was wrong. Same thing on my mouse hold that only knew Super Fang. You know, like stats that didn't matter, so I didn't think to double check them. And it was just pure stats. I could change it, I could bottle cap it to make it max, and then it was fine.
Yeah, 99% of team sheet errors are like that, where it's like just writing the shit down wrong, or like it being input to Arcanine wrong.
What's crazy to me is that I have not heard of a single situation where a Pokemon that has gotten taken from hack check was done so because they were using an illegal number of like IVs or EVs, like putting 252 EVs.
Oh, because it's impossible.
Because it's impossible. Isn't that crazy?
You can actually, I think, but it's impossible. Like, it won't be allowed at all.
Right? Like, the game
like, they
will
can't miss
catch it. So, any genned in Pokemon will be fine. You know, a wrong ability will immediately get noticed. A move that you can't learn will immediately get noticed. A Terra type, you know, that's incorrect will immediately get noticed. These are things that would impact the game because it's lying, or you're using, you know, you're cheating to be malicious. You're giving your Pokemon more stats than they legally can get. Every single instance of genning and getting a Pokemon taken out because it was genned or cloned or whatever has been a completely normal, viable, not giving an advantage in any way, shape, or form Pokemon. It functions exactly identical to the person's Incineroar who is right next to you with the same EV spread that everyone stole from the same paste, with the same moves and the same Terra type and the same everything. It functionally is the exact same fucking Pokemon. I think that's the dumbest part of all of it.
I hope there's some judges watching and listening to you, because my like theory, I guess I want to call it, is that it's like personal opinion about what is getting this shit banned.
What I don't understand is all of these people saying it's cheating. It's an unfair. Cheating implies that there's an unfair advantage given. There's not an unfair advantage.
Conversation.
There's not an unfair advantage given in any way, shape, or form. It is functionally the same exact Pokemon as the person sitting next to you. So why is it a problem?
Right, I'm agreeing with that. What I'm saying is a different conversation is the judge being the one whose mentality matters on that shit.
Yeah.
That's what they need to come out and address, because I don't think there's anywhere in the rules that says like it's judges like
volition, Like it's
perception of a mon that makes it like legal or not, because that's a really hazy. Yeah. That's a really big gray area, right? Like, catching somebody for somebody's trainer ID being the exact same, right? Or not trainer ID. Okay, if it was the number, yeah. If it was like the name, then it's like, okay, so my homie Alex traded me a Pokemon.
Yeah.
And I walk into a tournament and like somebody else's Pokemon, same mon, same set, another dude named Alex traded it to them, right? Like, are we really doing that shit, right? Like, to what extent does a judge know that something is hacked versus something is not hacked? That's where they need to like publicize their process, right?
Yeah.
Because like, if it is genuinely just some dude and his like perception of what hacking is, that is different from person to person, like you said, right? Like, where it's like, if there is no competitive advantage being given, sometimes that's not hacking to somebody, right? Like, very obviously the judges and professors are trained to like, you know, snuff that shit out. It's part of the rules to not do that. But if like, I don't know, if all of the tweets that I've been seeing, my favorite one is I think Slim tweeted like, yo, that judge going crazy over there in Liverpool. That one top judge is just fucking shooting shots, and it's like, that might literally be the case, right? I don't want to walk into a tournament and have my tournament run impacted by if somebody woke up on the wrong side of the bed or not. You get me? Like, that's where that shit pisses me off. Is like, if it's just some fucking dude and his opinions about shit, dude, like, I don't know. That's not cool.
Like, because especially with the name thing, that really does like imply that this is like a judge is like using their own like opinion. Like it that isn't something that's caught by a system. Like, that isn't
right. Like the name of your title, sir, is judge, mind you. So like, you better fucking act like that title if that's the case. Like, I'm not trying to shoot shots on any Pokemon professor, TO, organizer, any kind of anybody that runs anything behind the scenes. You guys are the fucking goats and the entire reason that we have a community.
I wonder if we have any
like,
judge viewers. Shout out to y'all if you are a judge.
Oh, I'm sure we do. Like, y'all are fucking goats, right? Like, literally, I'm naming a team after my fucking local TO. Like, that's how much I fucking love and appreciate you guys.
Shout out to Miguel. I love you, Miguel.
Like what I'm more mad at is the ruling on it, right? Like, if you are allowed to, as a judge, be able to do this, that's more what I have beef with, the fact that you're allowed to do that, not the fact that you are doing that, right? Like, like, definitely use your judge powers to judge, right? Like, do that, but like,
use your judge.
Keep in mind, you are a judge. Don't abuse that.
You wanna go off the rules first and foremost.
Like,
because if I'm hearing that somebody got caught with perfectly legit Incineroar or Rillaboom, right? One, they're not telling them why. Two, if the way that they found that shit out was by looking at it, and I think I read a comment that was like, maybe they caught it because it came out of an egg, fought 0 battles, but was 100% EV'd by like
but if you
vitamins,
use bottle caps,
because there are infinite numbers of ways to create a VGC viable legal Pokemon right now. Right? That's just the nature of the game. So if it, like, again, like I'm saying, if it's down to perception, that gets hazy. Your perception better be fucking crystal clear, because if it's not, then it's like, what are we even doing here, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Like,
I think publicize it, and that's the only thing you can do as like behind the scenes type like people in the scene. That's kind of the only thing you could do to be like actually transparent about this, or add an addendum to the rules that is explicitly saying to judges perception of things, right? Which I'm sure is already there. I kind of wouldn't believe it if that wasn't somewhere. I don't study the rule book for VGC, right? Because like,
you shouldn't.
Has 100% of the Pokemon that I've brought to tournaments been tournament legal? I don't even fucking know.
Yes, they are. Why?
There's no validation.
What annoys me is that there were people in replies to this guy saying they didn't tell you because if they told you, you would know how to get around the hack check.
Good. No, but
if
also,
they told me I would know how to not have a gent Pokemon. Yeah, I want to know how to make my Pokemon not illegal. Why is that a bad thing? I'm trying to fix the problem.
One, that's a good thing. Two, that argument proves the fucking whole narrative of like, oh, but it gives you a competitive advantage. It's like, dude, you fucking dumbass. If you just like realize what you just said, oh, this mon, I figured out how to get it around the hack check. that would mean that there's no competitive advantage to whether it's hacked or not. Good one, bozo.
Yeah, yeah, you just prove it.
The dick riding is crazy, first of all. But like,
yeah. That was my favorite reply. Of course, Cathotic makes a tweet about it, and like,
of course,
Game Freak is within their right to do stuff. And then we don't do an needle, like, it's like, it's like there's like wild bull machines, but instead it's like
bull riding.
It's just a dick. It's just a dick, and it's somebody just riding it. Is like, that's crazy.
Like a bull. Yeah.
I did see that. That was really good.
But so, like, we've all had the conversation about whether something is hacked or, like, competitive advantage or whatever the fuck, and we're never going to change anybody's mind that thinks like that, right?
Yeah.
Like, I don't even give a shit anymore, right? But for me, it's all about, like, clarity of the rules, because I think this season in specific, the end of last season into this season has been the most kind of, like...
Crack down on it.
Like, most cracked down, but least structured in terms of, like, what the player base is being told.
Remember?
Right? Like,
you didn't play during the DS era. Hey, Marcos and Baylynn, y'all remember when we would lock our fucking battle teams? Remember that? I missed that.
Yeah. I mean, I did that for like an online thing. In Sword Shield.
They would do that for live challenges. Nope. Every single live, you would lock your team before the tournament. You would scan a QR code with your 3DS, and your team would be locked, and you could not unlock it until the tournament days were over.
Yeah, I've done that before. How is that
different? They don't do it for live events for Sword and Shield, which is stupid.
Okay, yeah, but like, what does that mean?
That means that if, people, it would be.
You think that people switching their mods out? That's crazy.
Yes, I do. Yes, I absolutely do.
That.
I think that's the only way.
Shit, yeah.
That's the only way you can actually cheat in this game, and the fact that the people who are hacking their Pokemon in are the ones getting caught, and not these potential people. Like, y'all should be more concerned about that. Also, with a box lock, you know what else you could do? Throw a hack check in it.
You know what else you could do?
You know what else you could do? You could check your fucking Pokemon to make sure they're legal before they get locked in the box. It would pop up. It would say, this Pokemon is not allowed for this format. Shit like that. This item isn't allowed for this format. Just do the same thing. Just do the same thing for all these stats are wrong or blah 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 blah. I don't know. It just drives me crazy how easy it could be and how backwards that we have gotten since. Like, even Sword and Shield was less regulated than the DS era, but it was still good. Union circles and the complexity that comes with connecting to people and the LAN cables and the disconnects that happen, it gets so frustrating.
And like, to the TO's credit, right? There is so much new shit.
Yeah, no, I'm not blaming the TOs for this one. This is a Pokemon Company thing only.
I'm just throwing this out there that, like, the more new shit we get, obviously, like, we're going to have to ask for more as a player base, and we should recognize that. But also, there should be some things that are just innately delivered on, you know what I mean? Like, why don't I know how hack checks work?
Yeah.
Why do I have to ask Marcos right now, who has had a hack check prior to being on stream, how that shit works? Speaking of, how does that shit work?
They look at it.
Right, okay, so, like, there is really no fucking scientific way to... Yeah, okay.
Apparently they, like, try to take it on ladder or something and see if that passes, and, like...
Yeah, they'll make a rental, and that's basically it.
Yeah.
Right, before day 2, they'll do some greater hat check.
What's, like, really weird about this, though, is that, like, that isn't published to the majority of the player base. You know what I mean? In the what to do before a regional, because that is a thing that they write about, and I'm glad they do, because it's like, good, we don't need everybody having to be told, like, this is a team sheet, this is how it works, this is when you trade it to opponent, this is, like, because there's so much fucking gray area in VGC that does not need to be there if there was, like, a standard, if there was, like, a, like, outlined, this is the way that this competitive game works, you know what I mean? Like, there's so much that is just, like, player-to-player preference.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't know if you can call that shit competitive, you know what I mean?
Yeah, there was someone who got a round 1 loss because they were asking their opponent to trade team sheets before team preview. Like, that's all they were doing. They were saying, it stresses me out to do it during team preview, so I wanted to trade sheets before. And their opponent said, no, I don't want to do that. I think that gives you an unfair advantage.
I've even heard Syria talk about this on the Oko podcast.
Yeah,
they have a nightmare story about that.
Yeah,
and it's just like,
and
dude, like,
no, so they called a judge. So the not the person who was asking to see the sheet. I'm pretty sure it was the person who was refusing to share the sheet. Calls the judge over. The judge says, you know, oh, per the rules, it says wait until ever. It doesn't. Per the rules, it does not say when team sheet exchange happens, by the way. There is no outline as to when it happens. It could happen when you sit down. It could happen, you know, when the round starts. It could happen after team preview if you wanted to be a dickhead. But then this person was giving a round 1 loss because of this, because they wanted to exchange team sheets a little bit early so they wouldn't be as stressed. Like,
right. Realistically,
Jesus.
there is no real way that they can like improve clarity, because I'm sure that it is a concern of theirs right now. All I'm trying to say is that if this shit isn't like kind of solved up by Gen 10, whatever the next thing that comes out is, like, I don't know, dude. The credibility that the scene has will suffer based on the lack of clarity that every tournament this season has had. Which just it's unfortunate to have to say that. You know what I mean? Like I love this game. I love playing this game. It hurts to be able to say that like.
It's
this
hard.
is a turnoff to people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That it's like, this is not something that I can really stand behind as like a good decision based on the TPCI. You know what I mean? Like,
and
I don't know.
You know, you'd think the multi-billion-dollar company, something, you know, this has been said a million times, I'm sure. But, you know, it feels like there's
multi-billion-dollar company.
Nintendo, Pokemon Creatures Inc. and Game Freak are a very small indie company. And they have a lot on their plate.
They're small beans.
And like very obviously they care about the competitive scene a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
they've been trying.
And this generation, I think, proves that at least, maybe the most, honestly, because like of the amount of not quality of life in terms of like getting mons. No, that's not what I mean. But like quality of like, how do I explain this?
Is it like everything surrounding the game?
Yeah, like VGC quality. Yeah, like rental teams existing. Granted, I know that's a Sword Shield thing, but like rental teams fucking existing as one. Like that's just accessibility at that point. Good. You know what I mean? Like just the very basic bar on the floor type of shit that should be in any game that tries to claim it's competitive.
Yeah.
Like,
and I think a lot of the new moves that have been introduced really don't have a use in like who the fuck is using upper hand in their single player playthrough, right? Well, like, you know,
I'm sorry to cut you off, but I remembered what I was going to say. Even team sheets existing is an example of they actually care about this shit and not it's just Terra Guest Fest. You know what I mean? Like they genuinely give a shit, and I'm so happy that they do. But like, I'm not trying to ask for give a shit more. I'm trying to ask, like, dude, just be clear about things.
Yeah.
Like, you're doing what you need to do, but you're not doing it clear enough. Do that better.
Yeah. It's improvements.
Be better.
Be better, literally. And we have...
Good job, but keep going. You're not done.
And we have to wait for I think that's why these people who are so, like, you know, these people deserve to go into fucking jail for cheating or whatever when they gen a Pokemon. I think of, like... It feels like backwards progress. It feels like you're trying to make us go backwards. We're out here asking for the game to be made improved and easier to play and make more sense, and we have this huge chunk of people turning their backs and saying, you know, breeding a Pokemon is part of the game, it's part of your skill set, there's an unfair advantage, blah, 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 blah. Like, grinding is part of it. It shouldn't be. You're trying to make the game less accessible, and I've never understood that. Like, it's great for you, but if you're trying to get other people interested in this thing, which I don't get, I'm a yapper. I will yap about whatever topic I'm interested at the time. Y'all know that that's what I do.
And we love that for you.
No, you shouldn't. But I will never understand people who will... It feels gatekeepy. People who will go, this is the way that I do things, and if you want to enjoy it, you have to do it my way. That's never made sense to me. I don't.
Right. I do think that's a thing in every competitive community, I would assume, because just the nature of like competition in general, just like your fucking way of thinking versus somebody else's way of thinking, like that is the core of the most competitive games. But when it extends to like you're trying to say, like outside the reach of the game and like how people are playing and interacting with the game, then I hard agree with you. Then it's just like, dude, what the fuck are you?
Yeah,
you're like, telling me how to play my video game.
Yeah, you shouldn't be told how to do something that you enjoy doing. I don't get it. I don't get it.
I agree with that. I'm trying to say that like the inverse of that, which is like you should be told how to best enjoy this competitive experience.
Yeah, to a certain extent. Like if someone wants to get their Pokemon traded to them because they, have work and school and a job and, whatever else is going on in their life that, their parents who play VGC and whatnot, let them do it because they don't have the time. If you want to sit there and you want to gen your Pokemon because you like the meticulousness of it, you like having full control and, maybe bringing up a Pokemon that's special to you and then bottle capping it, EV training it so you can actually use it in competitive, I completely understand that. I do that too. That's great.
Right, but that
doesn't mean it's the only way to do it.
But what I'm trying to say is like that's not safe now either. Right? Like even if you are 100% legit, if it's some fucking bonehead's like eyes that's like controlling the decision.
Yeah.
What I'm trying to say is we should know the safest way to play, and that should come from like above us. You know what I mean? That should come from the people running the shit.
Absolutely.
Like,
absolutely.
I know you're not in disagreement with that.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to say like
clarify what you mean. I get it.
That needs to be at their forefront right now. I don't think there's a more pressing issue than that.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe fix the bugs in the game. Like Dragon Cheer's probably still not legal, but like I don't even give a shit about that. So.
I want Dragon Cheer to be legal so I can click Draco Meteor as many times as I want. That's it.
Okay. This is also incredibly funny, right? Because it's how deep into the Pokemon sauce are you? Because it's like I'm out here talking about accessibility and like clarity and all this shit, and like you go like one step like higher than that, and I like dragon moves.
I like dragon. I like
Draco Meteor.
I'm going to click Draco Meteor with my Razor Claw Hydreigon so I don't have to worry about the drops. Teehee. Teehee.
That being Dragon type's niche now is like one of the funniest things to me because it's literally like it feels Unga Bunga. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It feels like it's so perfectly designed in my head because it's like, yeah, any fucking 5-year-old clicking Draco Meteor and clicking it again because it did a lot the first time and seeing like, oh wait, it did less this time. What happened?
Yeah.
Because they don't know what a fucking special attack drop is.
Yeah.
But you feel the tangible drop. Dragon Cheer turning that off is like the funniest shit.
Oh yeah.
Because it's just like, it's so 5-year-old rewardy, you know what I mean? Like it's in a good way.
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
I mean?
We love Razor Claw Ogerpon. We love Razor Claw Grasspon.
Like that's the type of shit my little cousin would come up to me with and be like, dude, have you ever tried Dragon Cheer Draco Meteor? And I'm just like, yeah, man.
That's gonna be
sure
me.
Have.
That's gonna be me. I'm glad I have the brain power of your little cousin.
No, not even like not how I'm trying to say.
I know I'm being annoying.
That's where I like the design from that because like yeah.
It's fun. This video game's so fun. I've been
this
like,
game is awesome. I wish it was easier to fucking play.
I do wish it was easier to play. This format is, despite the shit that's going down this weekend, this format has been so fun. I've liked it a lot. It's bulky, and I like bulky, but you can also just go hyper offense, click sucker punch, click thunderclap, click boo 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 boo. Punch you really hard, Banded Urshifu, go, wapush! It's great.
Banded Dark Urshifu has, I think, completely taken over Rapid Strike Urshifu.
Yeah, which is crazy. This is what happens when Fluttermane is the only good fairy type.
I mean, I think it makes sense. It literally is just like, damn, Ogerpon Water's good and I'm using it. I wish I could have Urshifu, though. Oh, wait, I can.
Yeah, I can have
another
Urshifu.
We're like, wait, yeah, two guy.
Two of them.
I think I was in call the other day and I was like, dude, I wish there was like Rotom forms of Urshifu. Like, I wish I could have Urshifu flying formation or something on my team. Like,
yeah. Please.
VGC's cool, but that is my soapbox rant for the day.
Handshake. I don't know. I'm excited to see how this meta continues to develop, and I'm still nervous that it's gonna change. I just hope it doesn't.
To quote Marcos right before the pod, this metagame has been changing like daily for the past week. Yeah, that is crazy. I played a tournament at my local scene, right? It was a doubleheader, MSS PC. I got 4th at both of them bitches. And it was crazy. I was playing fucking out of my mind. My team felt goated. Flash forward 1 week to right now. I got some games before we recorded. Holy shit, I feel washed. Team feels ass. I'm like, what happened?
No!
It's been a week. But, like, it makes sense. There's been 2 regionals since then. Mm-hmm. There's been, like, metagame development happening all the time. Or there's a bear infestation currently.
We love bears.
Bear infestation.
There's dark Urshifu. Water Urshifu didn't really go anywhere. He's still broken. So like,
this is gonna suck ass for me because I just started my semester. I'm gonna get so behind so quickly on the meta. So global challenge. This is my hope. Global challenge is my hope to be all right, and then I'm gonna be like, huh? What's going on? I don't know what's going on. I'm gonna run Walking Wake because I think it's funny. Like, that's the point I'm gonna get to.
Yeah. Save me, global challenge, save me.
Global challenge, save me.
Can I share a metagame opinion?
Of course.
Yeah.
Tinglu?
If you're not running Specs, Perish, Flutter, you are throwing.
I
specifically Perish.
Specs, Perish, Flutter. No, I'm not lying. Perish, or if you have any other 4th move, Thunderbolt, Power Gem, you're throwing. Like, Perish Song is so good, especially if you leave it as like your 3rd move on the team list. I had a match in I
see, make it the 3rd one so they don't read
Charlotte.
It.
Yeah. So I had a match in Charlotte, and what happened is I played a Gudra team, and it was just game 1, I just beat him with a Rakuten. I was like, okay, yeah, no. Game 2, I let him set all the way the fuck up. The whole way. Killed everything around it. Bro was so happy. And then I clicked Parasong with the Flutter, and he looks down at the team sheet and goes, what?
That's so funny.
I'm glad
Specs
I'm
Perish
not alone.
is so good.
I used to specifically, I don't do it anymore. I usually just put my Pokemon in rainbow order, but I used to specifically arrange my Pokemon in an order that would try and get people to not think that they were correlated. Like if I had some strategy where the 2 Pokemon were together, I would put them separate. Yeah. And like, it's so dumb.
Put Terrakion a lot farther away from Whimsicott.
Yeah, put them very far away so you don't make the connection. Shh, you don't see anything.
That does help a lot, I'm not gonna lie.
It does, because it takes you only have a minute and a half to look at team preview and team sheet depending on when you get it handed to you. So it's I don't know. I'm glad to see that my like totally not really a strategy functioned. I think that's so silly. Thank you.
It sometimes works. The one local that I won, you got me thinking about it. I was like, yeah, I did time out in 1 turn, but the move that I had in the front slot was like, the perfect move to click, and I was like, shit, okay, I'm glad I did that.
It's always tricky. I never know if I'm supposed to put protect. Like I always want to put protect as the very last slot, because I think in like a timeout situation too, I'm like, well, I want to be able to attack if it's a timeout situation where. Well, I guess no, in a timeout situation, you want to keep as much HP as you can. Like, it's like tricky. Do I keep the HP that I have, or do I do more damage? Hopefully, maybe, if I end up running out of time.
I'd be putting my strongest attack up first. That's Surging Strikes, that's Fluttermane Moonblast,
that's what I do.
Flare Blitz, yeah.
And then I get a paste from someone that's Protect is first, or I use a rental, like, where are my moves? What? Huh?
Sword Shield, I used to put Fake out first, and then in Scarlet Violet, I realized, wait, that's fucking psychopathic.
Oh my god!
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm a simple being. I put Fake out first for the first move.
You're a beast. It's like purposefully putting like a pin on the back of your chair, like a safety pin, so you like fix your posture because it's like don't time out. I have Fake out first. Don't time out.
That's a good way to think of it.
I don't know. That's the only justification I could think of, because otherwise that's insane.
I'm gonna start doing that. Cause that's not my problem. I have a problem with not using enough time. I'll lock my moves too quick and then realize I fucked up after I already locked them in. That's why I like Showdown, because I can just click a button and go back.
Yeah. You got me thinking. I guess next local I'll take it into consideration how much time I'm taking per turn, because like most of my locals feel like a blur. Like I'm probably clicking immediately.
Well, yeah, they're best of 1 too, so you go through teams pretty quickly.
Yeah, oh yeah, like, Chicago locals are awful.
I don't agree. I think it's fun.
Well, you don't play at like big events as often. Like I need the best of 3 practice so bad.
Oh,
I think I separate them in my head very distinctly. Like if I were to try to treat them the same, yeah, I would agree. I'd be like, what the fuck is this Mickey Mouse local? Why are we not playing best of 3? You know what I mean?
Well, no, that's my issue is like I have to play best of 1 when I want to be playing best of 3 because I have a tournament the next weekend and I have to practice best of 1. So it's either bring a best of 3 team to practice for the tournament or bring a best of 1 team and try to get points.
Mm-hmm.
Right. It means you can't like accurately practice at a local, which I think, yeah, that's valid. But I think
it's pretty doo-doo.
I like what the format is at a local. I like that it's a little bit different. You know what I mean?
I like that you're a little bit different. You know that?
Yeah, I'm a little quirky with it. You're
a little quirky with it.
What I mean? Yeah.
You got some poop on it.
No!
Yeah! Yeah!
Chicago locals got a little poop to them, and I dig it. I like that.
Baylynn, I want to go home.
He got a little poop on him.
Yeah.
I
feel like that SpongeBob meme that's holding his hands out before something crushes him, where I'm like, I'm not actually talking about feces.
And live.
Everybody knows it. Yeah.
Nah.
Just let that be known. I'm not a poop freak. Nah, I just like a little poop
on
it.
Freak.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Poop in the sheets, freak in the streets.
It's coming from the same person who fucking posts lions in like suits and shit and tigers and swears that they're
and
not
you
a
know
furry.
what? And I'm still not a furry. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's no
still not.
cognitive
He's
dissonance.
in progress. Bro's in progress.
No. Listen.
Working on it. He's working on it.
He's working on it.
You look at a okay, the meowing thing is its own separated, isolated incident, okay? We're not going to talk about Meowgate. Anyway.
It is
Meowgate.
it is the same issue. It is the same problem.
I wouldn't call them related. I would think that I am a connoisseur of fine art when I see a fucking bipedal tiger with fucking chiseled 6-pack abs and he's smoking a cigar. I think that's the hardest shit ever. I put that up there with the Mona Lisa in terms of like art that just makes me feel like, damn. We're an amazing species. We were able to create that. That's fucking awesome. I love that shit.
You love those pictures of like SpongeBob with a shit ton of gold chains and a cigar.
Yeah, I sure do.
I
think that
makes
shit's
sense.
fire.
This makes sense. It all adds up. It's like the same vibe.
Right. And now where it differs from being a furry, I wouldn't know because I'm not one, right? But like I've seen
but you're gonna speak
activity.
on the issue anyway. You're gonna speak on.
Well, no, but like I know I've known furries. I don't got nothing against furries. I think furries kind of find me pretty chill because of that. And thank you.
Yeah, furries are cool.
Because you're one of them.
Furries are chill. No, not because I'm one of them. Because I think they're chill, right? So like,
I mean, furries are chill.
I've seen how they approach the subject matter, right? And that ain't me. That's all I'm trying to say.
Okay.
You get me?
No,
yeah,
it's
different.
Get you.
Now, when I'm meowing in call, then yeah, that's a little suspect.
I think it's kind of, it's just like my thing isn't that it's an issue if you were. It's like my issue is that you just like be for real, man. Be for fucking real.
I keep it 100. Okay, like
Nerd.
I
don't
keep
fucking
it
say
so
that
real.
shit. Nerd.
No, I keep it so real.
Don't you fucking say you keep it 100. Don't say that shit to me.
I ain't hiding nothing. You know who I am. I don't hide things.
Yeah,
I know what you are.
Much to her dismay.
But then you'll post something, and then someone says, "Wait, what the fuck is that?" And then you're like, "I'm not beating the allegations."
Yeah, because everyone think I'm a furry, and I get why. I get why they think that. I'm just saying I'm not, and I would like that to be trusted. You get me? You feel me?
I'm not beating the allegations. He says, not trying to beat the allegations.
No, of course I'm not trying, because I'm keeping it 100 exactly.
I'm keeping it 100.
Keeping it 100.
I should clarify.
I'm not gonna hide what's inside, man.
You're keeping it 100% freaky, bro.
He's true to himself.
I'm true to myself. Yeah, I think that tiger hard as fuck.
I should clarify that.
That ain't the only. You know.
Can you fucking stop interrupting me?
Yo,
I'm pissed. I'm mad. I should clarify that I don't have any issues with furries. Like that isn't an issue.
Oh yeah, no. I wouldn't even take it. Yeah, no, I don't think you do either.
I just think it's funny. Every time you like post something, it feels like I'm getting Kika heard. But
that video was so good.
Stop her! I made an edit of Cell getting Kiko heard from DBZA. It's just me getting like
spammed with images of cats in suits.
Yeah.
And meowing.
I have a folder at this point, and it grows daily.
Good.
Excuse me?
This guy has a lot of photos of cats.
Yeah.
I have a lot of photos of cats too. I like Uni. Uni's a cool cat.
I do. Yeah, I do as well. But it's like silly cat gifs where they're like going insane. Oh, like it's like being cute, and they go to bed. Good night chat, and it's the cat drooling onto his pillow.
He's so eepy.
He's so eepy.
Cats in general are just awesome. Can I put that out there?
Yeah.
I'm a
Yes.
cat fan.
Yeah, they're pretty okay.
So
Cats
tragic.
are awesome. However,
Yeah.
not.
It's so tragic that I'm a fucking allergic to cat guy. I hate that.
You're allergic to.
I must now
cats?
retire from podcast.
Very, yeah.
Oh,
we can just end.
Old
end
Marcos
it.
is hitting.
it's okay.
Old Marcos has to hit the trail now, unfortunately.
We can wrap it up. Comment your favorite online cat. Mine is Uni. Smile.
I like Cool Cat.
That's awesome.
That's
I like Buff Tiger guy.
I think that's a. Okay, well, we've gone a bit too far.
I like that guy they put in Fortnite.
Fair enough. Can't argue with that. Anyway, thank you all for listening to this train wreck. If there are judges, actually, I hope you comment down below. I'm interested to actually like hear different judges' opinions on this. Unless you're like, oh god, if you sign like you don't want to talk shit because you'll get in trouble. Oh, I didn't even think about that being a factor.
That's probably a huge reason as to why clarity is as gatekept as it is. I'm not gonna lie, but yeah.
That would make sense, actually. My bad. Never mind. Comment if you are at legal ability to do so.
If you feel seen in this episode, comment down below.
Yes.
If any of those people being seen as people who like the cats in suits, I'm gonna be fucking mad.
That's my gang. That's my goat right there.
Those are Michael.
That's on Kissy Monkey Gang. Bro.
That's on Kissy Monkey Gang.
Oh, we'll talk about Kissy Monkey Gang next week. Hell yeah.
Yeah, okay. We have to welcome to Patreon section. Thank you for subscribing to the Patreon. Crazy Carlton, Shrev, Al Nallen, Illy Crit Illy, Kids McGibbs, Plumber, Professor Sims, and Ryan and Upsmash for subscribing as well as everybody else. I turn into mush when I do this Patreon.
Don Dozo.
It's hard to say words. I very much understand.
But yeah, thank you for subscribing and thank you for watching.
Yes.
And all listening.
Goodbye, everybody.
Thank you.
Yeah. Goodbye.
Don't forget to put some poop on it.
No.